Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Dime, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 2021 Sandy Road Neighborly Red Wine from the Texas Hillcountry. So recently I went to the Texas Wine Jam and I realized that while I was there, everything that I had planned to do for Texas Wine Month in October, I just didn't have the energy. The life had been sucked out of me from all the other things going on in my life that I didn't have the life force I needed for Texas Wine Month. So I'm going to make up for that because I bought a bunch of wine at the Texas Wine Jam, so I'm going to include these in the reviews for November and going into December. So if you're interested in learning more about these wineries, I'll put a link to their website below and you can learn more about them and plan to visit them because all of the wines that I have are pretty darn good. I know I tasted them at the Wine Jam and I bought them and I'm bringing them back to review again for you on this channel so you can learn more about Texas wines and find some ones that will kind of, I don't know, make you wine jam out. All right, from a color standpoint, I'm going to give you a dark ruby, no artifacts, no cloudiness. All right, on the nose. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. So there's some blackberry, there's plum, there's a little bit of like black currant. There's some herbality. There's like a little bit of sage, a slight touch of like Mexican oregano. There's also a little bit of a bell pepper, blackberry, cherry, and a touch of black coffee. Yeah, anyway, how's it taste? Medium plus acid, full body, medium plus tannins. This wine has a really nice mix between very strong fruit-forward notes, a slight bit of earthiness, which also gets compounded by the grittiness of the tannins. And then also there's this just really sharp, bright, acidic aspect of the fruit. So some of the darker fruits are present, but they're more of like your kind of just normal ripe fruits. Whereas like the red fruit, there's a little bit of that black currant as well. That is a little bit more like zingy and acidic. That secondary elements they're pretty tame across the board. And that bell pepper that I was smelling, while stronger on the nose, is fairly weak on the palate. There's just a hint of it in the mid palate going into the finish. A medium plus finish. Alcohol, taste medium. It's a dry wine. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything else. I think that's probably good enough. Let's get to the blick. From a balance standpoint, full point. Length, medium plus finish, 0.75. Intensity, medium on the nose, medium plus on the palate, so 0.5. And in terms of complexity, when I was tasting it at first, I was getting a lot of primary elements. There's a really wide range of primary. I was getting a little bit of herbality, but it was more attributed to the qualities of the grapes themselves. However, though, as I'm letting this kind of open up a little bit more and I'm taking a few more sips, I am getting some mild oak influences on there. There is like a touch of like a little bit of a cedar. There's also a little bit of a toasted walnut note in this wine. And so it's one of those things where it needs to breathe a little bit more and that secondary is going to come out. However, though, it is a 2021. I don't expect any tertiary qualities to this wine. And so I'm just going to go ahead and give you a full point because I am getting a lot of primary. I'm getting secondary, so I'm going to give you a full point on that. If this wine was older, then I would be looking for some of those tertiary elements to make sure that it gets that full point. But as to 2021, I think it's in a good spot right now. So once you add everything up, this is a very good wine, and it's one that I really enjoy. Now, here's the deal, is this wine has enough tannic structure, it has enough body, and it has enough acid to where it's going to age for a while. In terms of exactly how long, to be honest, I think that's where you're going to get into the Sangio aspect of this blend. Sangiovese can have some really nice tertiary qualities, but also I think compared to the other grapes, at least this is my opinion, I think it's going to develop a little bit faster. So maybe this isn't a like 10 to 15 year wine. Maybe this is a 5 to 10 year wine. I could be totally wrong. However, though, it's a darn good wine where it is now, and sit on it for half a decade, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it even more. Anyway, this is Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you like today's review, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you had the 2021 Sandy Road's Neighborly Red Wine? I'd be interested to know if you have. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you all again soon with another review from Wine on the Dime.